Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. Today with my special guest, Melissa Belzer. We are at the Menace Underground Studios in Mesa, Arizona, in the MAF podcast studio, recording this very special episode of Dad's Rules.
This very, very special episode.
We have swag in front of us, and we would like you to go online and buy the swag so my wife doesn't die. You're like, why would she die? Well, because ramen noodles will kill her, and she needs to be able to afford better food.
Oh my
So please, go online, buy our swag. Hey, I'll play the pity card all day long. If it moves merch, I am willing to say it.
Circle slash no ramen.
Yep. So we are going to go into another deck today. Bless you, or I'm not sure what the heck that was.
No, it was a cough, kind of. It's fine.
That was a cough, not a sneeze?
It was not a sneeze, but
okay, well,
it felt like a sneeze.
I take my blessing back. Yeah. Fine. It's not a cough. You don't get the blessing. Okay, so we're going to go into another deck. This one is a relationship deck from Best Self. Not a sponsor. What the hell?
I don't know. Not a sponsor. What the hell? Like, that's actually kind of funny.
What's it going to take? What do I got to do here?
Considering they're like, isn't that the only product
I'm
we've
hashtagging
used?
Best Self and everything.
Isn't that the only product we've used? Is Best Self?
We've spoken up a few. We've spoken up Samsung.
This is the main one. Well, but this is the main one.
I'm drinking out of a First Form.
Right, but this
thing,
is like the
and,
one we discussed.
They're not a sponsor either.
They're not a sponsor. What the hell?
I got an iPhone. The iPhone's not a sponsor.
What the hell?
Yeah. Menace isn't a sponsor.
What the hell? Yes, they are, kind of.
Duran Duran's not a sponsor.
Oh, that won't happen.
Well, that'd be kind of cool. What kind of water are you drinking?
That'd be super cool.
This is purified water. Purified water's not a sponsor
I don't know.
either.
It's a bottle of
Your
water.
cups over there, Starbucks.
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor.
No, they won't.
Look at all these non-sponsors.
Yeah,
Step it up, people. It's like, we're trying to make a living here, not live handout to handout.
You're so funny.
Okay, so let's grab a card. All right, we've done those two colors, which I don't see on the chart. So this is lovely.
Don't you have to spin it around so you can see the color? Yeah, there you go.
No. I'm talking about the ones we've already done.
Right, so you can see the colors.
Look, for you at home listening to audio, you'll not be able to see this, but the colors of the cards do not match anything. So.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. So
I'm just going to grab one.
I'm just saying so you can see the colors. Yeah, so we haven't used that color yet.
Okay, so
Yellow's been a big color today.
This is relationship, but it doesn't have a 4 on it.
No, none of them had a 4.
This is, for you playing along at home, we had an Uno deck with a marked 4.
That we've discussed, yes. It's the big
Yeah,
bad
but that was
yellow
like
4.
20 episodes ago. And
big bad yellow 4.
I'm going to assume we're getting new listeners every week.
So now we're talking about Uno.
Uh-huh.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're bringing it up again because yellow 4s are evil.
No, they're not.
To me.
They helped me win.
Yeah, help you win. Right.
Hey, it's not my fault that you weren't paying attention.
Hey, I'm not looking for ways for people to cheat.
I always knew if I had the yellow 4 in my hand that I needed to hide the yellow 4.
Okay.
It's not my problem that you weren't as good of a card player as me.
Again, I'm not. I don't have the skills of a detective, but I have the skills of an analyst. So
And I have the skills of a cheater, but only in cards. Because, like we talked about the other day, I would never cheat on you. And why would I never cheat on you?
That's probably what we were going to talk about.
I would never cheat on you because it sounds like way too much work.
Yeah. Only because it's way too much work.
I think that that's as good of an excuse as any. It just sounds like a lot of work.
I don't know.
It's like you have a wife and a girlfriend?
Oh, man, I don't know.
When do you watch Arrested Development?
Yeah. I don't know.
Are these people really thinking it over?
I don't know.
What about those people that have like multiple wives in other states? Or the ones that actually, like, there was that family on TV that had sister wives.
That actually boggles my mind how that works.
I think they were all like getting divorced and stuff at this point in their relationships.
Actually.
Yeah, so it just goes again to prove that you can't split your time between multiple people. Yeah. So why do we not cheat? Because it sounds like way too much work. I also don't believe in open marriages if you want to get down that rabbit hole too.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, Arrested Development, they were actually covering that as a topic too. But the funny thing is that they were both so bad at the open marriage that neither of them could get anybody else to be interested in them.
Because they're so weird.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a little bit funny.
So
it's humorous.
Don't cheat. Unless it's an Uno. Okay, yellow card. How would you feel if a work requirement disrupted a personal commitment?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of what, like,
It kind of depends on what it is. I've had it, what's the personal commitment? Because there's some things that are like, it doesn't matter. I'll lose the job. I've had 33 of them in my life anyway. So what's getting another job? But also in my situation now, I'm self-employed. So the way I handle it is that if somebody wants to try to make that work thing interrupt, I just let them know I have an appointment because I do. My family's my appointment. And I think that a lot of people just need to treat it that way. And there has to be boundaries with where work stop and personal begins. There are going to be times to where you're going to be out of balance because there's no way to have work-life balance anyway. I think that that's a misnomer.
Well, not in the sense of a 50-50, but you do have to make sure you are
love your
nourishing both things.
But if you love your work, is it really out of balance? Like if you're heavy into work, is it really out of balance? I'd say where it becomes a problem disrupting your personal is if it's causing angst and issues at home, then you've crossed the line with it. You've got to figure it out. So it could be like, I used to work crazy hours, go in the office at 7 a.m., come home at 10.
A lot.
What I realized is that once I'd figured the business out, I realized that I didn't need that amount of hours to make things happen. And I continually scaled back the amount of hours I actually spend in work. I'm down to like, my real estate takes 25, 30 hours a week, something like that. And honestly, that's all I want it to take because I've got other things I want to do. So I just make sure I'm very efficient with my work time so it doesn't disrupt my personal time. However, that being said, there's times to where you could want it all to work out perfectly, but that work requirement, there's nowhere else to move it, and it will come during a personal time.
Yeah, which is always a bummer. It just is. I know even if it can't be avoided, it's still just a bummer.
Oh, it's ridiculously bummer when you want to meet somebody at 9. They're like, I can't meet at 9. I can meet at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beyond annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think, like going to a kid's game or a parent-teacher conference, or you told your wife you're going to go to dinner and you're like, oh, crud, I got to do something for work and you got to cancel. Like, is that?
So, yes, I used to make it seemed like there was a work requirement because I thought it was a work requirement. And it did disrupt. So early on when one of our kids was playing Little League, he didn't want to continue playing because I couldn't make the games. What I realized is I was not efficient with my work.
Yeah.
And I actually had the time to not only make his games, but to coach his games, be at
Which
the
was
practices
really cool.
And all that. And it was definitely a better relationship when
You're
that
good,
happened.
You're a good coach.
But the moms would sometimes disagree.
Because they were making it about them.
Some of these
You're a good coach.
sports moms and sports dads are freaking cray-cray.
No, you're a good coach. They were being selfish in their response. You're a good coach.
Here's my feeling is that
all.
if they don't want to coach the team, they don't want to help out coaching the team, then they don't have a say in how I'm doing it. We had this a lot to where they would want to give their 2 cents and not understanding that, no, Johnny is not the best player on the team. Johnny won't even take the bat off of his shoulders to swing the bat, so we're not going to bat him top 3 in the order. He's probably batting 12th. But he will get the bat, and he will get into the game because I made sure everybody got in the game.
You made sure everybody got in the game, but you also helped them.
Well, that's what I was going to get to, is that I would help improve them. Because we had one team one year where we were awful the first half, but I was working with the kids, and by the second half, we were winning over 50% of the time, whereas the first half we lost every game.
Everything.
So it's like, yeah, you got to understand there's a process. If I get a team of 12 kids and offense meant here, and your kids suck, I'm going to have to work with them. Because if you haven't spent the time with Johnny and you're putting it all on my shoulders to work with Johnny, then I'm going to need a little time to make it to where Johnny can actually hit the ball, catch the ball, and do all that. So don't come back at me and get mad because you're not spending any time with your child teaching them the sport, and yet you want to throw them to me to where they know nothing about it. I will do my best, and I will make them be able to understand the game and play the game, but it's going to take more than one practice.
Right, but you also gave them a chance to play, but you also took the time to find maybe a skill that could be, within reason, because obviously everybody's got to fill a position on the team. But I think you would look at their attributes and try to focus on one or two of them to try to get it to where when they were playing the game, they could at least be more, have a more chance of success. So you would focus on attributes.
I wouldn't just
which
stick
was
you in
really
right
cool.
field.
No, you wouldn't just go, you don't have the skills, you're going over there. No, you'd be like, you would kind of like, okay.
The great thing about kids is they are coachable. And
Most of them.
I would say the vast majority of them are coachable.
Yeah, most of them.
And that's what makes them a lot of times better than adults, because they are coachable. That's why it's important to get them to understand dad's rules earlier rather than later, because they're going to be more likely to come around to, yes, these are proven things that can make you a kinder person and a more kick-ass person.
Yeah, that's a good card because, you're a good coach.
I am a good coach.
You are a good coach.
Stamp of approval. Let's do one more.
Okay. Ooh, the green, not green.
This is green.
Okay.
Oh, this should be a quick one. What does financial independence look like to you?
No debt. I mean, we can maybe still have the mortgage, but then no other debt outside of that. I would like to just have none, because I don't care about the tax write-offs. I honestly don't. I'd rather just have the no debt, because if you have no debt, you don't have to put all of that money. You just start banking that. I don't care.
Financial independence is when you don't even have to think about what money is coming in, because you know everything's taken care of. For everybody, that's going to be a different number.
Yes.
For somebody living in, like we lived in Indiana, you could make $100,000 a year. That could be, like if you had a revolving door every year of $100,000 coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm talking true financial independence, where that's your passive income
nugget.
coming in every year, to where you're no longer working anymore.
Yeah.
That could work there to where you don't have to worry about it. You're financially independent. However, you take that same person to where they have passive income of $100,000 coming in and they live in San Francisco. They are not going to survive, because the cost of living there is so much more.
Right.
So it can vary by where you are in the country.
For sure.
If I had passive income coming in of about $30K a month of passive income, I would feel that I was financially independent at that amount. Is that where I want to stop? No. I don't want to just be financially independent to that extent. I want to be financially independent to more of an extreme level.
Yeah.
To where it's, yes, all my day-to-day stuff is taken care of, but what about trips and, like...
Experiences.
Yeah, experiences cost money.
Yeah, they do.
So I think that, I don't know, because I don't have that at the moment, but is it $1 million passive coming in a year? Is it 1.5 million? I don't know. I can look at this as
We're in the process of evaluating what that looks like.
I can look at this as a 2-level card. This is a financial independence at my bills are paid, and there's a financial independence at I have lifestyle, which is way
another
up
tier.
here.
Sure.
It's a higher tier.
Yeah.
So this is a two tier.
An A-B question,
It's an A-B
I think.
as far as I'm concerned.
No, I think I agree with you on that one. There's the getting the bills paid, and then there's the, now I can spend money on having experiences and doing stuff.
Yeah, because financial independence per month, it's not 20. I can tell you that right now. It's not 20K a month coming in, because we do that all the time. It's got to be to where it's passively coming in at like 30K to pay everything. And
That's like a laughable amount. People are like, But it's like you've got marketing expenses, you've got, you get all the expenses that have to go out.
Yeah, but your lifestyle adjusts as you make more money. Your lifestyle adjusts, and you may want certain nicer things. And when you start working with higher clientele and whatnot, especially in real estate, there's going to be added expenses as well that people don't take into account. Yeah. It's like, there's certain expenses I don't have working a $150,000, $200,000 buyer that now that I'm working 7-figure home buyers, it's totally different expectations.
Yes.
They want to stop and have a steak dinner. It's like, well, you're stopping and having a steak dinner. So it's like, okay, well, that's a few $100s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that to think about as well.
Yeah. Truth.
Hashtag truth.
Hashtag truth.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
If you liked the show, hated the show, or were completely ambivalent about the show, please Like, share, comment, review. Friends and enemies alike will need this show. And don't forget to buy our swag so Melissa doesn't starve to death. Until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.